Good Monday evening to you. I'm Delon Dillard. In the past hour, we've learned new details leading up to the death of a Peoria man. Today in court, authorities say Daniel Jablonski, this man on your screen, killed Thomas Whitby in a home they shared on Northeast Rock Island Avenue. Jablonski allegedly got angry after the two had a conversation. Officials believe that's when Jablonski beat Whitby in the head with a leveling tool. The next day, a woman also living with them says Jablonski admitted to the killing. She then allegedly went to the home and found Whitby dead. Jablonski is now held on a $2 million bond. Peoria Public Schools looking for more ways to combat the state's teacher shortage. At tonight's meeting, district leaders will plan to discuss a virtual learning program. Now, this $360,000 plan is aimed at unstaffed classrooms. The program will allow students to learn online while a substitute teacher will monitor the classroom. We'll update you on what the district decides tonight at 10. A Peoria child is recovering tonight after being hit by a car early this afternoon. Officers were caught near Lincoln School around 2:45 of reports of a child being hit by a car. The police department tells us the child was taken from the scene on Mary Street to the hospital with minor injuries. At this point, we're waiting to hear back whether the car stayed at the scene or drove away. Peoria City Manager Patrick Urick finding new ways to plan for 2019's budget. The current budget projections right now show that the city will be $6 million short. Urick tells WMBD there are several reasons the budget isn't coming out in the black this year. Those include lower than projected income and sales tax revenue, property taxes dropping, higher pension obligations, and settling a $2 million lawsuit. Urick tells us that lawsuit comes from the last time the city considered buying out the water system. Now, while the most recent budget negotiations seem pretty difficult, this time around there's more on the table.
There are no easy answers anymore. There's no quick fixes. What we talked about is the reality that 80% of our general fund budget is public safety employees. So when we look at that amount of money is there, if we're going to have to cut $6 million out of our general fund, that's going to mean that we're going to have to make some cuts to public safety.
Urick says tax increases are also on the table as a means to balance the city's budget as well. Peoria Public Works now allows 4 convenient ways for Peoria locals to pay their stormwater utility bills. WMBD's Matt Sheehan joins us here in the studio and tells us how this can help making paying bills easier at home. Matt.
Delon, you can now pay online, by mail, through your bank, or in person at several walk-in locations, one of them being the Treasurer's office at City Hall. This all came about because the Department of Public Works had system upgrades which allows the public to make payments easier. I spoke with City Stormwater Engineer Andrea Klopfenstein earlier today, and she says these new upgrades will help people be able to pay their bills easier.
The city struggled to even take credit card payments, so now we are allowing credit card payments, the online, anything that we can do to make it easier. We know that it's hard to have more money coming out of people's pockets, so we want to make it as easy as possible.
And the city of Peoria passed a stormwater utility in December of 2017, with the utility starting June 1st, 2018. Delon?
All right, Matt, thanks. Well, in the upcoming weeks, a new program called Money Match will help return $12 million in lost money to Illinois residents. Now, the program uses state records to match unclaimed cash with qualified taxpayers. Now, under this program, you won't need to gather paperwork or even file a claim. To qualify, a property must be owned by one person and worth $2,000 or less. State Treasurer Michael Frerick says the goal is to return money that belongs to residents and assure everyone that the program is not a scam.
The people in the state are skeptical. When they hear that money is coming from the state of Illinois, the state of Illinois wants to give them money, a lot of people think there must be a scam involved or an identity thief. We send that letter to let them know when that check comes, all you have to do is cash it.
In Peoria County, there are an estimated 763 unclaimed properties with an estimated value of more than $131,000. Good news for foodies in the River City. Downtown Peoria is set to add yet another restaurant at a familiar location. Cody Sheaver joins us live in the studio with more details. Cody.
Delon, for about 28 years, Richard's on Main served up steaks for locals till 4 a.m. But in March, the hotspot closed without notice. According to the PJ Star, an attorney who represents the trust that owns the building at 311 Main Street will be opening a new restaurant and bar in the coming months. The business will emphasize on the building's history while it caters to the lunch and dinner crowds. Even with Caterpillar moving to Deerfield, the addition of the OSF Healthcare's new headquarters is believed to help increase foot traffic in the area. Nearby store employees hope more residents will continue to shop local and say they are happy with the addition.
The foot traffic has definitely dwindled, and we're looking forward to having it pick up a little bit.
And make it a little more lively. So as we see, Peoria downtown here is becoming a little more progressive. So I think it's very exciting for us downtown here.
So far, there is no word yet if the new business will be open as late or as early as Richards once was. DeLon.
All right, Cody, we'll be watching that. Gas prices on the rise here in Central Illinois this week. According to Gas Buddy, prices have jumped 9 cents in the past week, now sitting at $2.88. However, the national average has dropped 8 cents down to $2.83 a gallon. The United States has several holidays to honor in past events for our history. For example, there is Memorial Day, Veterans Day, and even Armed Services Day. But there's not a holiday to recognize families who've lost their loved ones due to the service. This week begins Gold Star Families Remembrance Week, which helps residents with their grieving process from any military loss. The founder of the Peoria organization says it provides support within the military community.
The whole family hurts, not just the mothers or the dads. The whole family hurts. And so the Gold Star population is a very important part of the military community.
The week leads up to Gold Star Mother's Day, which will be celebrated this upcoming Sunday. Still to come, how parents can make sure their child's car seat is properly installed. Plus, how a new study says playing a game of golf could help you live longer. But first, Chris.
It's been a pleasant day so far in Central Illinois. Check out this neat time lapse as some cloud streets formed over the River City. These horizontal convective rolls, kind of a sign of some changes to come. I'll explain what those changes are in your full forecast coming up next.